Well, I'm trying to keep up on it. So by the time you get this video, hopefully I already have another one out, and I've been trying to do some shorts, but it's hard with everything. We'll see if I can just keep up here and there, keep going and trying to get out what I can. I'd like to keep this, you know, this whole thing going as much as possible, but it's hard. It's really hard trying to keep up. So beyond all that, I am going to do, I got a B&W Hitch, a used one, and it didn't have all the bolt kit and everything, but I do have all these plates and some of the bolts. So I'm going to hurry and just clean up all the rust. It's got quite a bit. And then I'm going to, try to get in there with my wire wheel, the brush and everything. Try to clean everything up as good as I can. I'm not gonna get crazy, I should probably sandblast it, and you know what, maybe I will. Maybe I'll take, as big of a pain as that is, it makes that kind of stuff and getting in those areas so much easier. So maybe I will sandblast that, but I'll hurry and get this cleaned up. I gotta run get some couple cans of primer and paint. I'm gonna try to just match that close. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that worried about it, but just try to keep it to its original color as much as possible. And then I'm gonna get up under the truck and try to get it put into place. So hopefully I have time between getting all that and getting everything prepped, painted, and then put up underneath the truck today. I should. It shouldn't take me that long, and if I have to rush the process a little bit, even though I know I shouldn't, I probably will, so I can move on to some other things, because I already have an oil change and everything I'm doing on this. I just went through and cleaned soaked my air filter, cleaned it out really good. Now I'm I blew it out, letting it dry. Then I'm going to change the oil and everything on that old girl, and we'll finish this up. Beyond that, I guess we'll see how much time I have, because I've got that dump trailer, that battery. I don't know if you've seen that short, and it was short, quick, not good. But I'm trying to do little things here and there when I have time. And the battery was completely dead, so it's charged up. It's all charged up. I've got that solar on there. I took it out and charged it with my trickle charger for, it's probably been 4 days now. But just to make sure it had a good charge on it, I'll put it back in and let that solar just keep it charged all the time. I hope. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see how well it works. I've got some gravel. I went and got some gravel, so I got to get that out of there and then finish that gravel and stuff for that concrete pad in the back, which you may see that video before this one, I hope. Anyway, that's the intentions, but so this will kind of seem like it doesn't make sense in reality. Anyway, so I have that battery all charged up now that it's been on that trickle charger for like 4 days, and so now I'll put it back in the trailer, and we'll see how well that little solar trickle charger works, and see how much, you know, if that just keeps that battery full and lasting that much longer, I hope. And then at some point I want to hurry and sand that trailer down. I still also want to do the skid steer, but sand those down, paint both of those, just kind of clean them up, make them look nice. I went through and did some welding, and I don't know if I put that on another video. If not, maybe I'll put it on this one and show you. I just welded some things up to get some of that cleaned up, straightened up, so it was all ready to sand and then paint it if I decide to do that. But I'm trying to keep up, so we'll see if I can get a few videos out here and there. I wish I could do it every week and maybe even twice a week if I, you know, was able to, but it's tough. So anyway, I'll get started and see what we can get done on this stuff. That did not go as good as I had hoped. That nozzle shot, and I think that's the third one I've been through. That one seemed like it was a little different. I don't know if it's a little different size. I don't know. Or if it's just these, well, this Harbor Freight. They're cheap. If it works, I've done it on quite a few projects. But for whatever reason, that one was struggling. And every time I'd try to pinch it off, that thing was still blowing out the sides and just, anyway. Here is the results of a quick, definitely not as good as I would have liked to have hit it, but it's gonna have to work. Yeah, see right there, I didn't even miss, but I had stuff blowing all over and I couldn't see. I know they have other equipment for those, and maybe I'll have to invest in one of those. This one I'd already kind of cleaned up with that flapper wheel, but anyway, that'll work for what it is. So now I can go grab some paint, primer and paint, and get that done, and then get it up in place.
Putting you through the test. Before the dawn, it's always dark. Before the light, there is a tunnel. Before you run, you gotta stumble.
So I ended up cleaning them a little bit more with that wire brush. Not crazy. I didn't get, like I said, all the way down to the bare metal. And sometimes when that rust starts to penetrate deeper into that steel, I personally don't know if you're ever going to get it out. Seems like no matter what, it always rusts from the inside out. I got some of it better than other spots. This here is a little bit tougher. Without going too crazy though, the biggest reason I'm not gonna strip them all the way down and clean them really good is because I want to put a flatbed on that as soon as I get a chance, and I want to build one. I've found a kit, or I might just order the steel myself. But in the meantime, I've got this rust evaporator stuff that I have tried before on a trailer, and I want to say after I'd done it, painted it, I sat here for a year or longer, and then I sold it, and I never seen anything come through the paint, any rust show up. I'm not saying it works 100% because I really don't know. You know, if you own something 5 years or more, maybe you can really see how well it works. But I did have pretty good luck as far as I know. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm just going to spray it with the Rust Stop from Ace. It says it does not need a primer because I got a can of primer in case, but it says it doesn't need it. So I'm just going to do that for this situation. The two side panels are good enough. So let's get after it. So where I'm able to spin that one with the bungee, I'm going to put this hook and eyelet turnbuckle, I think's what they call it, up here on this one so that I can rotate it and spin it as I paint it.
When you feel so stuck and you can't get
basically 2 coats. I'm almost out. So I'm gonna use what's left on this. Might hit that one more, but yeah, I'm getting overspray on everything too. I want to repaint my bike someday, so I'm not so worried about that. That's the most important. And as you can see, it's more of a storage bike than anything. So I think we're almost there. We'll let it dry. I'll hit it with this next one here in 15 minutes. We'll let it dry. And when it's all set up good, we'll try to get it installed underneath the truck. They should be ready. I've actually left them for probably a couple hours. And they look good. I don't think I'm going to be able to film anything underneath that truck, trying to cram all this up underneath there. So I might get little clips or just pictures, I don't know, when I'm finished up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it installed. I forgot to mention real quick, I had to order some of the parts that I didn't get when I had received this hitch because they were missing. And you can get a hold of B&W, they have kits, but this is what I ordered. Some bolts, some of the brackets, those little spring lines, I don't know what they call them. So if you need that stuff, you get a used one. A lot of people get rid of them, sell them online and stuff. But they have a lot of the kits and stuff for them. Oh, well, we'll see. If I get a link on here, great. If not, it is what it is. This one's 4. It says it's a carbide bit and everything for wood, metal, and everything. But it just, those teeth where they're spaced out like they are, I'll show. I thought it would work pretty good because of the speed, but because the way they're set up, they're wanting to catch it. And I really don't want to drive that thing through my foot, even though I was trying to kind of guide it slow and easy. I'm going to, I can't tell if those are, I don't know. But I'm going to drill a hole in this piece of wood first, like a template, and then use it to hopefully drive it the rest of the way through. But this turned out to be quite the joke for what I thought it was going to be. Almost any luck. The template at least worked. I'll just go see if I got a router, a couple other things I'm gonna try out. I just thought the hole saw would be the easiest. Even going, adjusting my speeds and everything, but not so much. But I'm almost there. Well,
I could never settle down too far away.
Guess that's not bad considering I just took my grinder and cleaned it up. So now I'll hop under and see what else. I know I got to drill a couple more holes. I don't know if that's the next step. So if so, I'll put that on here. So here we go.
The myth of all of the stories.
You probably guessed it. I'm not going to get it under there like I thought. I took the angle iron piece and I tried to put it up in there the way I thought I could get it up in there, and it wasn't going to go, so there was no way I was going to try that. So I took it apart, and that's why I cleaned it up, and now I'm going to paint it. I'm probably going to rush the process, but only because I'm trying to get this done today. So we'll give this a minute, 5-10 minutes, probably 10 minutes. Most of them are about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'll hit it again with another coat or 2 of the regular same colored paint, and then a clear coat, and then we'll call it good, let it dry for a little bit, and try again. I made it. It's dark. Let's see if you can see anything. I might have to show you more tomorrow. But you can see The one side plate is on. You can see the cross member under there. Finished it up last night. Well, almost everything. I got a couple little things to do. I'll show you. My hole was a little off, probably because of that wobbling hole saw and a few issues I had with that. Because I did have some issues with the hole saw. I had to take the other one back. It broke. I don't know, what a pain. But I wanted to show you this really quick. This is something I've seen for the first time because I haven't put one of these in yet till now. So I wanted to show you guys this neat little idea they have for putting some of these carriage bolts in. And what it has to do is the bolt has to come out of this hole, but down through the frame. And let me just show you. It comes through this hole. So this is, I had no idea what these were. They're a little fish tape. And I'll show you that really quick. Take this and you just shred that. Just down the threads of the bolt, just like you would think. Like that. I go a little bit past. That's it. Now we're gonna fish that up through there, and I'll show you that. Hopefully, if I can get all this figured out. I'm gonna attempt to do this without messing this whole thing up. Oh, first though, I gotta take that off. I forgot I gotta run that fish tape through the other side. Obviously, because it's gonna come out this larger hole. So I'll do that. Oh, there it is. I feel the end of it. There you go, just like that. Now, making sure you don't pull it through too far. And like I said, it looks like I have about 8 inches or maybe a little more. But I'll just thread that carriage bolt back in there. And then when I pull it through, I just make sure, just like that. And then I just slide it gently, and I'll show you that on the other side. Pretty amazing idea, honestly. I mean, we know about fish tape in homes and everything, or most of us do, but out here like this, I never would have really thought about this idea. So I just kind of want to wiggle it. I don't want it to catch on anything. And kind of hear it sliding through. Oh, look, there's the bolt. Look at that. Just like that. That is amazing. Now, I gotta take this back off. And then I'll thread my washers and stuff on there. I'm gonna leave it sitting for just a minute carefully. So I like to put on some of these things that get underneath the truck and everything. Obviously they rust. A little bit of anti-seize on there. And this one didn't come with a washer because it really don't need it with the plate, but I put it on anyway because there was so much bolt sticking out. Just like that. Now I'm going to tighten it up, and all I have left is those little spring-loaded U-bolts that come through the bed for the safety chains. So I'll put those on next, and I'm officially done. I don't know if this will be a very short video, time I edit everything, hopefully. It's hard to make them too long, and they're always longer because I record so dang much. But I'm hoping it'll be just a short one. I'll get it out, and like I said, I've got a couple more planned longer videos. So we'll see how all that turns out. So anyway, sorry I'm basically absent, but it's been damn hard. So thanks guys, and until next time, God bless. I figured I'd show you everything before I end that video. There's the side plate with that carriage bolt that's inside the frame. Here's everything underneath. You can see the paint held up quite well, actually, considering. Just rushing it. The ball's in. Those safety cable chain U-bolts are in, and they're a jam nut, so they don't they only go on, the threads are only so far they go on, basically to the end, and then that holds those. They did not come with those washers. I put those on from my bolt bin because I just didn't want that spring to catch just the nut. I figured I'd give it a little bit more. Anyway, that's basically it. And then I'll show you on the other side. I'll just show you everything working. Here's the other side. And I cut this out with some snips and then just hit it with my grinder to kind of clean it up, because a lot of people have them and they hit those. And so I made it so it could come all the way out. A little bit easier. Like I said, the safety chains. Just like that. And done.
My love alone, and please don't be just another one and say it's me.
At the end of the day, it's always more than just bolting in a hitch. It's about taking pride in our work and keeping these projects going, and more importantly, running strong. I know I've been a little absent lately, but life has a funny way of pushing us harder in other directions. But no matter what, we don't quit. We don't give up. We keep pushing forward, keep charging through like a buffalo, and as always, remember, stay strong, stay proud, and stay America first. Until next time, thanks for watching. God bless.
Get it, Hope.
Go get it!
Good girl. Bring it here.
Shit.
Oh, she's swimming.
Yeah, she won't go past that edge.